Welcome to my revision of the textbook I wrote to teach homeschoolers world history. A Bible believer looks at world history, which I sell on Amazon and Lulu.com. I'm just going over the text and looking at things I want to dig deeper into and making some comments. And you certainly feel free to correct me if you'd like to, but provide your citations as to where you're getting your information from so I can study it. So let's begin where I left off. Not being able to find overwhelming evidence of King Solomon's reign or of the temple he built disturbs a great many secular scholars. Due to what Durant refers to as their ignorance, they then begin to make claims that Solomon too was legendary, as was the temple he built. However, this quote I found of interest regarding such conclusions, and this is going to be from J.L. Sheeler, News from the Holy Land. Quote, however, other scholars note that there are other blank spots in Jerusalem's archaeological record during periods when the city is known to have been occupied, and they caution against reading too much into a lack of evidence. Ronnie Reich, an archaeologist with Israel Antiquities Authority, notes, for example, that excavations near the Gihon Spring outside the present Old City have turned up no pottery, nothing, from the Byzantine era, roughly AD 330 to 1450. Does that mean there were no people in Jerusalem, Reich asked? Of course not. How do you explain it? You can't. So if not, unquote. So if nothing else, I hope that what I'm saying will help you understand that you can trust a biblical record, knowing that science might one day catch up to the Bible. But traditional archaeology and history are woefully inadequate as a base upon which to build your faith. Science, as much as it has accomplished in the way of communication and transportation, plus medicine for the very few, is characterized more by what it does not know than what it does. Our knowledge of the past, learned from looking for remnants of its ancient characters, is limited at best, and no reason for you to doubt anything in God's Word. Now we're approaching a time when historical records slowly become more sure of themselves, and the number of documents and artifacts available to us increase. There is still much controversy, but also more information outside of the Bible account. But Israel has reached the peak of its glory. All right. So I hope that if you watch these videos, you should hopefully be able to name a pharaoh of ancient Egypt about the time of Moses' youth or of the Exodus. And then and also answer Scholar Wagner gives the reason for the conversion from picture writing to letters as being what? And then name the gods who supposedly gave law similar to Moses' law given by God to Hammurabi, King Minos, and Zoroaster, according to ancient myth. And according to Snell, the word for Canaanite was often used with what occupation? And of course, and then another one, the accounts of Chinese King Yao, the Latin poet Ovid regarding Phaeton, Bacchus and the Orphic hymns, Arjuan's cries over Krishna, and the Buddhist Matanga's feet may be a reference to what biblical event? Tiglath-Pileser I led what country to be a dominant force in the Middle East for 5 centuries? And name 10 kings of Israel and Judah from the Bible whose existence has been confirmed by the biblical record. Don't hesitate to put those in the comments. So I look forward to what you have to say. I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have, and I'm going to continue to dig. Thank you.